it's me, Liz Yuille. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I am showing you how to make the customer cards that I sent out in the mail to my lovely, where are we? March. Yes, March customers. Get very confused sometimes. So let me flip the camera down and we can get started. So first card uses the legendary legendary ride stamp set and the matching paper. So this is the stamp set. It's red rubber. I have used a couple of the stamps. Fortunately, it is carrying over to the new annual catalogue, so I've got plenty of time to use it. It goes with the matching dies, legendary ride dies, and I used those to die cut this image from a sheet of the paper. So the my customers are getting that. They are not getting that. They're getting some matte black dots, not that many, but they are getting matte black dots. A piece of soft suede, the best colour in the world, and now gone. Or going. If you like soft suede, please, 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 please get it now, if you can, assuming it's still in stock. There's a piece of the pattern paper, which is this one with the lovely rose on the back, but we're using this side. A piece of the pumpkin pie paper with the tyre tracks on the back. A piece of the tyre track, which we're going to be using as a sort of ribbon. Just a piece of very vanilla to use for stamping on, for a sentiment, and then a liner. So let me get started and show you how to put this together. So as I say, this is one of the two, and I will be showing you the second pack in a moment. So every month, anyone who shops with me and uses the host code or places an order of at least £150, whether they use the host code or not, frankly they shouldn't, because they then get to choose their own host rewards. So anyone who fits one of those categories will receive the card kit of the month, and it's always something which they can actually put together, and they can just add their own sentiment or their own imagery, but I try to use something that they can that I've either die cut for them, like this motorbike, or something they can fussy cut. So I've used the Let It Rain and Shine, anyway, that paper. All sorts. The gnomes I used when the gnomes were a thing at Christmas. So yeah, they can make the card and just add whatever sentiment they need. So this is just going in the middle of that back piece, and then this is going to pop on. This will be slightly longer than the card, deliberately, so it can be trimmed down. So this is 6 inches long, and the card is not quite 6 inches in width because it's A5 width, so it's an A6 card. Let me line that up. An A6 paper isn't quite, oops, let's line it up and then move it. A4 paper isn't quite 12 inches long. So pop that there, then I can just trim that a little bit off the back, or from the back I should say. Words are hard sometimes. So that's our bit of ribbon, for want of a better word. And I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. If I can find my dimensionals, there we go. You could use either black or white. Either would work with this. And I'm not going to use a huge number. I mean, a reasonable number, because it is only paper, but I'm not going to go totally mad, she says, going quite mad. And then for that, and I am going to support that steering handlebar. Words are definitely hard, so I'm just going to use a little bit of edge for that. So the only things that my customers need to add to their card kit are stamps, ink and adhesive. Everything else is included, and all they need to do is put it together. And they can follow this video in order to do that. Let's hold it to there, and I just want that so that it's just inside the pumpkin pie and kind of on that tire track. There we are, like that. And then the sentiment I'm going to put up here, and I'm going to use "You Are Legendary," and I am going to heat emboss. That's fluffy. So I need my embossing buddy. I need some black embossing powder because I thought it would be nice to have shiny black. If you haven't got black embossing, then just stamp it in black, or you could use early espresso, or dare I say soft suede, if you have it. So not that it matters that it's upside down, but let's have it the right way up. So I'm going to pop it down towards this corner here, try and get it so the UR is straight. Load, aim, fire. And dabble that into my black embossing powder. I do like to give it 2 goes as a general rule, and a quick flick to get any stray bits off. That looks pretty good. So our trusty cheese board, not that you need this, but it does help keep the card flatter. Heat up my heat tool. Dare I say, and I often do, I could watch this all day. I love that whole turning powder into something shiny. It's just pure alchemy. And I just want to check that that is all melted, which it is. Turn my heat tool off. Cool it down. If you don't cool it down, you could smudge it, because the this goes wet when you first melt it, so you don't want to smudge it. And then let's grab a trimmer and trim this down. So I want it about there, and let's see just how straight that is. I think the answer to that is not as straight as I was hoping. Okay, so we can, in fact, the first thing I will do is get it straight here. And when I've only got a narrow piece, I like to pull up my blade and then push it into the paper. That way you're less likely to end up with a bruise on your paper, because you can bruise the end. And then, having said that, I just need to trim that a little bit off. Perfect. And then I can line that line up. Yeah, line it up a little bit further down. So let's pop it there. And then I can line that up so that I can see that it's straight, and trim. That's better. So that I'm just going to pop up onto some more dimensionals, and that's just going to go up here. I think I might actually have it going off the end of the card. if you've got a definite colour difference between what you've got your sentiment on and what you're sticking it to, having it going off the edge of the card can make it strangely seem more intentional. If you have it in there, it's going to look a little too meant, and I know intentional means meant, but it just looks kind of odd to my eye anyway. But obviously you can put your sentiment wherever you want, but for me, having it coming off just brings it kind of more together. And then I need my take your pick, and I'm going to pick up some of these dots. Actually, I'm going to have one in here, and then let's go in under there, and just there, so it's over, it's just under the sentiment and then over both bits of that paper. And then for the inside, I've got a piece of Very Vanilla, and let me grab that stamp. I should really put the sticker on the back, so this will be a quick lesson in how I put the sticker on the back. Normally I would do the whole of a stamp set the moment I use it. For some reason I haven't for this. So let's pop that there and grab a block, and I'm actually going to grab my pumpkin pie ink pad. And I can't decide whether to have it there or there. I think there. Just hold it in place for a moment, and we have our nice flame. And then this can go inside the card, because obviously soft suede would be tricky to write on, but Very Vanilla much better. And because it's Very Vanilla based card, so this is Very Vanilla in the background, this is a much better colour to have on the inside. And then my customers are also getting a Very Vanilla envelope to go with it. So that is our first card. So let's pop those bits to one side and move on to our second card, which is totally different because we're going floral and we're doing the a wash with beauty. So for this card we have got a liner. Don't know why we've got two. I've cut a piece of this paper and this paper, which will be, so we're going to have this polished pink paper just poking around the outside of this piece. That's then going to go on there. We'll stamp on the inside. We're going to have a piece of the balmy blue and white ribbon wrapping around before we stick this on. And I'm going to be using some of my very favourite and going elegant faceted gems. So the first thing to do is to add this paper to this paper, and this is that the piece of paper where it's really easy to make a card because it's got two borders and a white strip down the middle, so you just cut them the right size and then you get a card front. So this is going to go roughly there, so let's have that in place more or less. Pop that there. It's about an inch up, and then I'm going to grab my Seal Plus and add some of that to the back of my paper, and then that can hold that ribbon in place. Gosh, it's almost straight. Let's just sort that out. This one's a little high. There we go. And then I'm going to add some more Seal Plus to the ribbon. So that is going to be encased in Seal Plus. And then I'm going to actually stick it down with ordinary seal. You could use Seal Plus for this as well if you wish, but seal is more than adequate. Let's just fold this card. And this is just half a sheet of card scored down the middle. And I actually do the scoring before I cut, because that way you can score once, cut once. And this is Merry Merlot card, because that is Merry Merlot. Merry Merlot, another colour that is sadly no longer going to be with us. Right, so I'm going to put my sentiment and everything on the inside. And we've got, I think I'll use this flower. And I think just because. So just because, and this flower. And I'm going to have it kind of coming off the bottom. So about there, just because there, and let me just get my, while we can still use it, probably at the bottom of my pile, yes, obviously, polished pink. I'd pulled it out of my ink pad rack, possibly a little prematurely, so just because, and will that fit on? Yeah, enough. So let's do just because first. Wish me luck getting this straight. Sorry if my head is in the way. You do actually need to be over what you're stamping in order to make it reasonably simple to stamp straight. So, no, I'm going to go full strength. And just in the bottom there, close that up, wish it a fond farewell. You never know, one day it might come back as a returning colour. I have no inside information, let it be said. That's just me thinking it might one day come back. They do sometimes. Fresh Freesia has gone and come back within the same day. So Fresh Freesia, which was an in colour, is retiring at the beginning of May, is then coming back as a returning colour at the beginning of May. So there we are. Those are our two cards. I just need to add some elegant faceted gems and we are done. I don't think polished pink will work, but let's have a look. Oh, I don't know. Not polished pink, petal pink. No, I'll use the clear. What I will be sending my customers is a strip, so it will be the white opaque, the petal pink and the clear, so they can get to choose, and I'll have 4 of each, so plenty to choose from. And I think I'll just pick out a few little areas just for a bit of fun. Let's come down there. So there we are, our 2 cards. As I say, they couldn't be more different if I had tried, but I do like to give a bit of a variety. So I hope you found that helpful. If you've got either of these 2 packs of paper, really easy cards to make. As you can see, this has been a massive 20 minutes for 2 cards. So yeah, let me, if my mouse would like to work, just flip the camera back up. Hello. And so I just need to, ooh, come here, come on mouse, there we go. So thank you very much indeed for watching. If you've enjoyed that, a thumbs up is always appreciated. If you'd like to see more videos like that, like this, do by all means subscribe. I do go live twice a week, on Tuesday at 11 o'clock in the morning and Thursday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's UK time. And at the moment we're on British summer time. I use that word summer loosely at the moment. So if you are free to join me then, that would be fantastic. We have an hour of chat and crafting. and it's always a good laugh. So thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now.